Good day, students from around the world. It's your IELTS tutor Jack here, and welcome back to another episode of the IELTS Plus English podcast. Today's topic is music, and I love music. It's quite a big part of my life, so we're going to talk about it a lot today. Of course, if you want to learn about music, learn some great vocabulary and expressions, and see today's common questions, go to jax-english.com to download the free handout. And all of the handouts from the previous lessons you can find there. So, wonderful resource. I hope you're enjoying it. Today's topic is quite an important one for me because, as I said, music is and has been a big part of my life. You may not know this, but I used to play the drums a lot. I used to play the piano. I took exams in piano, took exams in drums. So I used to be part of a band, believe it or not. I was the drummer in a rock band. So I have a lot of history in music, and nowadays I just love listening to music. It's a big part of my commute when I go from my house to work. So how about you? Do you play a musical instrument? Let me know in the comments on YouTube. I love to hear from you. And let's get straight into today's topic. Do some part ones to start. What types of music do you like to listen to? I like to listen to all types of music. Really all types of music. I sometimes listen to rock music, rap, electronic, dance music. I do like dance music a lot. There's some musical genres in England which are quite unique to England, such as garage and indie rock. These genres, I think they originated or they are unique to England, and I love those as well. Next question. Have you ever been in a music group or band? Yes, I have been in a rock band. It was a long time ago now, a really long time ago. It was when I was about perhaps 16 or 17, maybe around that kind of age. And I joined a group of friends. I was the drummer. We had a bass guitar, a lead guitar, a singer. It was a lot of fun. We would go to my friend's house. He had a huge house, and play, jam, practice. It was a really nice experience. And let's go on to a part two. So today's part two is describe a band you enjoy listening to. Okay, so we'll put 2 minutes on the clock and start now. I'd like to tell you about Coldplay. When I was young, there was a song came out called Yellow. I don't remember how old I was. I would guess around 15. And this song came out called Yellow. I might have been older. It was not revolutionary, but it was a really lovely song. It swept around the UK, and then I believe it was a big hit around the world. And it was just a really nice song. It was a kind of mellow. It was slow. It was by a rock band. I think you could describe Coldplay as a rock band, and it did so well. And that was the start of their career. That was the one that made them famous. So let me tell you a little more about Coldplay. Coldplay are, I suppose you would call them, a rock band. And the lead singer is a really good singer. It's quite rare to have such a good singer as the front man. The thing I really like about them is they've actually been around for certainly 15, maybe even 20 years now, and they are constantly upgrading and evolving, adding new technology to the way that they construct music. You know, they're doing collaborations with other famous artists. So they're a really interesting band who are constantly changing and redefining what you think a rock band is. For me personally, I like their music right from the start up until the present day. The earlier work was more traditional with guitars, and it was kind of more mellow. And some of my favorite songs come from the earlier days. Okay. Do you know Coldplay? I think everyone knows Coldplay, right? Here in South Korea, they have come here and performed, and they were very, very popular. Really, they did a great performance here. And I think all over the world, you probably know them. If you don't, I recommend, search on YouTube, see how they are. They're a really good band. Good, okay, let's move on to some part 3s. Do you think music is getting better as time goes on? I certainly don't think that. I'm not someone who hates modern music. I do like some modern music. I think it's very catchy. Thinking about people like BTS, they make very catchy melodies and they do incredibly well around the world. But I would say that it's definitely not getting better, and for me, some of the best music comes from the 90s and 2000s. But hey, I'm sounding like an old man now. I like the older music that I grew up with. I guess everyone will be like that, right? So, no, I don't think music is getting better. Oh, God, I feel so old now. Let's do another question. Is it better to go to a live concert or to listen to a CD? That really depends on the person. I'm not a huge fan of going to a live concert because it's very loud. It can be quite rough. You got a queue to get in. The experience is incredible. So the high you feel from going to a live concert is more extreme than if you were to listen to a CD. You feel an incredible euphoria as you're listening to live music. But does that make it better? Maybe not, because CDs are so convenient. We can listen to it while we drive, while we're in the street, anywhere. Of course, nowadays, CD is a bit outdated. We all use MP3s now. So, no, I would say it depends on the person. Okay, I don't know why it says CD. I think today's topic is trying to make me look more old. Talking about CDs, we haven't had CDs for decades. Anyway, one more. Do you think that music should be a compulsory subject in schools? Yes, I think it should be a compulsory subject. I don't think it should take much time. I think it should just at least exist to give students an opportunity to experience music and then decide to take it more seriously or not. I think that having music class gives students a chance to experience instruments, to improvise music with the instruments, to sing along to music together. So it's more about just providing an initial experience that they may want to take more seriously later. And I think that's important. Okay, that's music done. Another topic ticked off. We're on topic 27 now, and we'll move to topic 28 next week, which will be nation and culture, a fantastic subject. Of course, if you want all of the free materials that go with this podcast, go to my website, www.jax-english.com. Please show me your appreciation with a like, subscribe, be part of the community, comment. I try to get involved with the IELTS Plus community, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a great week this week and study super, super hard to review music and preview nation and culture. See you next week. Bye-bye.